Some people stop by obstacles, my journey's continue. The devil is always gonna be around, haunting you.
Hey, I'm Pishida, aka Fano. I'm from the Virgin Islands. I'm from Sunny Acres, Strawberry.
How was it down there growing up?
Growing up down there was rough. It was difficult, like it is everywhere.
How old was you when you came to the States?
I was 19 when I came up to the States. I was 17 for the first time, and then the second time I was 19.
Now I'm going to ask you some questions that the people want to know. They're asking. We need these answers. So, first one we got is people ask, how do you know Pishida is real?
How do I know Pishida is real? It would be in many different ways. I never knew about Pishida in the first case, and now I know about there's a Pishida Bible and a Pishida language. So from that being said, just the simple fact of that there's a simple Bible and a language being named after Pishida, which I had no knowledge of other than having to study and research for my own self, being autodidact, having to know that Pishida is real. By that being said, with research and study, I have researched that Pishida is many more other things, one pertaining with my spirit, my doppelganger. Pishida is my antithesis being, meaning something opposite from my flesh. From Pishida being the Pishida Bible that I found, it's also referred to as the Aramaic Bible and it's translated from the Hebrew. It asks me, is Pishida real? Yes.
People want to know, what makes you believe your knowledge is right and not incorrect?
For say, me being right, I maybe ain't right because the information that is here has been here way before my existence. So with research and documentation, I can more say I'm in logic with reality, because I can use the law book, I can use the dictionary, I can use the history books, I can use the Bible, and I can use mythology books, and everything is going to correspond. I can get all my information out of all of them and still be in concordance and in logic with everything. So that makes my knowledge maybe better, because in any source of information I'm going to take, whether it's right or wrong in that person I'm going to make it fit what I need for it to fit.
People want to know, are there other people out there studying like Pishida, or are you the only one?
I don't know much of if there's other people studying like how I study. I started out first doing about 15 to 17 hours a day studying, and I did that for approximately about maybe 5 years, and then I kind of watered down a little bit to about 10-11 hours a day for about 10 years.
You haven't met anyone that was like you?
I've searched, I've asked people, I've did just about anything there is to gather information to know more about what I'm doing, to better help myself and other people understand where I'm coming from or going with my information. And a lot of people is not on the level on where I'm at. I've seen many people on Facebook and YouTube and TikTok, and I've tried to reach out to ask questions, and I've seen people knowledge that has nothing to really do with what I'm doing, and they're very great in what they're doing. You can see they have very good knowledge. I'm not saying that I know everything. I do know what I'm studying. I can back what I'm studying. I study many different things. I study things that people don't study or would intend to try to study. I study just about anything. I don't try to believe in anything. It's either I know it or don't know it.
People ask, what makes you consider the Pishida Bible over the King James?
What makes me consider the Pishida Bible over the King James? Well, many different things. The Pishida Bible is a 2nd century, 3rd, 4th century Bible. It's translated from the Hebrew. It is referred to as the Aramaic Bible, the Aramaic language. Syriac is a related language just as well as Hebrew. So there are Semitic language, there are family language, sub-family language. It's like Mexico and Latin and Puerto Rico. They're all different, but the nationality is Latin, they would still correspond to one another and understand what they're saying. Similarities.
Is there anything you would like to tell the people about Pachita? What you want them to know about him? And how did he come about?
How did he come about? 2007, I was going through somewhat a shift in my life, and a voice came and talked to me and told me not to worry, don't be afraid, everything will be okay. I'm going to be wiser, smarter, more knowledgeable. I'm going to have a lot more ideas. Life is going to go on, and he's going to take care of me. The voice came for about 15 seconds and then left. I was in a state of frozen, couldn't move nothing, just but my eyes to the right, left, up and down. Other than that, I couldn't do anything. If you shot me, I wouldn't know what the feeling was like. I was just frozen for about 15 seconds, and after the voice spoke and talked to me, I came back to a regular state of mind and looking around to see where in the world was the voice, or what it was. All I know is right now I've been studying, researching, and I have a lot more knowledge, ideas, information, research, documentation, facts, proof, evidence.
What is your opinion on the Israelites?
They're studying without, because everything, if I hear one of the Hebrews talk, or if I came in contact with them, the first thing I'm always saying is go to YouTube. He's not going to say go to TikTok. Yeah, he can say he can say go to TikTok. I have my TikTok page, and my TikTok page just says it's just pure information. When I say pure information. I try to get down as quick as possible on my TikTok, so it's like 2 minutes video, no more than 3 minutes tops, if that. So my information is little clips, but the little clips I give you are who I am as an individual, who is Pachita, what is Pachita, and what and who is two different things. So always consider that. You hear people say, you ask them, who woke you up this morning? And people quick to say, God. God can't wake you up, because who refers to a person. And God states in the Bible, if you believe in the Bible, God said he is spirit. If you believe in him in spirit and in truth. So who is not God, because God's a spirit, and who is not a spirit? So what, on the other hand, you ask somebody, what is this? What means to describe, to identify, and to tell by detail what is going on the other side. When the person go on the other side, when he come back with what is on the other side, is information that is known, factual.
Big question everyone want to know is, what does Pachita think about the war going on right now?
What Pachita think about the war going on right now? I think we've been all misled. I was always taught that growing up, that the Israelites that are in Israel right now, this is what I was taught growing up. I'm 45 years old, and what I was taught was these Palestine people are causing problems and always causing chaos in Israel, and firing bombs and strapping bombs on them and going and killing people. That's what I was taught. I might see news, CNN and so forth. This is just what I was taught. I'm still alive, so I could tell you physically what I was taught. So I see news and I say that, and it has nothing to really do with me. I'm just saying, and when you go to church, the pastor will tell you about the Palestinian people and God saying that they're bad and whatever. This is just what I was being taught. And now I'm 45 years old and I'm studying. I'm not in school no more. I'm doing my own research and looking at who is who and so forth. The people in Israel now came from Europe after the Holocaust of Hitler, and they're Christians, and they came into the Middle East, which is Canaan, Palestine, in the 1900s, and they established a nationality of Jewish people, or a Jewish nation, change the identity and take what is citizenship of Palestinian, and now are Palestinian people. So there was European Christians or Germans or whatever, Poland's, Sweden's, and they came into Palestine, and they are now Palestinian people by British. British say they're Palestinian people, so they're Palestinian people. And I was always taught in the Bible that the people in the Middle East or in Canaan or in Palestine are dark-skinned people, and they came from Egypt after the exile and they went into Egypt. Well, if they came from Egypt and they went into Palestine, Canaan, Israel, it's kind of confusing, because if they went in dark, when the news show them, they're fair skin, they're white. And if they came from Germany or from Europe, why after the Holocaust or the genocide, whatever I'm being taught in school, whatever the incident, whatever the error, whatever the cause and the effect that came out of it, why they didn't go back into Europe? I don't know. I'm just asking questions now because I'm still alive, so I can ask these questions. But it's very confusing to see what's going on, because the research is saying that you have David Ben-Gurion is a guy that is the founder of Israel. He looks European just as well, and they're building a canal from the Middle East to shorten the route. How I see it now is everything is about money. Where is the truth? Everything is documented, so as long as you have documentation, you can't be wrong about what you're saying or what you it's not even what you believe in, it's what you know. It's a big difference. What I consider and what I know. I don't believe something and know it. I consider, right? I make a choice, I make a decision by the research and the studies, and then I make a choice. This is what it is, and I go with it. But I'm not going to not do the research. I'm going to do the research. If I talk about something, I did research. May not did as much, but I did quite enough to maybe say a little something to get some attention.
Some people stop by obstacles, my journey's continue. The devil is always gonna be around, continue. Every